The life of Saint Francis Xavier. The birth of Francis Xavier. Francis Xavier was born in the castle of Xavier in northern Spain on April 7, 1506. He was born in a noble family and was the youngest of 5 children.
Don Juan and Donna Marie are awaiting the arrival of a new baby.
Thank you, Veronica. How are you feeling, my darling?
Never felt better, my lord.
He's an angel.
Yes, isn't he?
The child is named
Early life of Francis Xavier. In 1525, Francis left home to pursue his studies at the University of Paris. He enrolled himself in the College of Saint Barbe. In 1526, Francis Xavier met Peter Faber, and they became college friends and roommates. In 1529, they were joined by Ignatius of Loyola, who was then just new to the college. Francis Xavier's aspiration. In the early days in Paris, he acquired some reputations as an athlete and a high jumper. He had the aspirations of worldly advancement. In fact, he wanted to maintain his nobility, and he had the desire to become a professor. But God had different plans for him. Ignatius and Francis Xavier. In the beginning, Francis Xavier did not like pious and devoted Ignatius. He had no interest to listen to Ignatius' prayer and preaching. But Ignatius liked Francis Xavier and saw in him a fire that can enkindle other fires. The conversion of Francis Xavier begins.
Father, my friend, you are a good man. May the Lord's grace be with you. So long, my friends.
So long, Father.
What does it profit a man if he gains the whole world and suffers the loss of his own soul? What does it profit a man if he gains the whole world and suffers the loss of his own soul? What does it profit a man if he gains the whole world and suffers the loss of his own soul? What does it profit a man suffers?
Francis Xavier was slowly and eventually won over by Ignatius of Loyola, and the two became lifelong friends in the Lord. The Society of Jesus. In Paris, Ignatius of Loyola, Francis Xavier, and Peter Faber were joined by 4 others, namely Simon Rodriguez, James Lineage, Alfonso Salmeron, Nicolas Bobadilla. These 7 companions devoted their lives to the service of God and founded the new religious order, so called the Society of Jesus. Francis Xavier was ordained as a priest in Venice on June 24, 1537. He was a prayerful and service-oriented man. The King of Portugal, John III, requested Ignatius to send Jesuits to Portuguese colony in India. On the king's request, Ignatius sends Francis Xavier to Goa. Go and set the world on fire.
That by order of His Holiness, two of us have to go to India, and that we chose Bobadilla as one of the two. He cannot go now owing to his illness, nor can the ambassador wait until he recovers. It looks like you may have to replace him now.
Suits me fine. Here I am. Send me where you will.
All right then. Let the Lord's will be done. You leave tomorrow. Good luck, Francisco.
Thank you. I will miss working with you. I will not be around when the Society of Jesus is formed. I'll write a few letters to make sure there's no problem due to my absence. When elections for superior are held, my vote will be for you.
Francisco, not much is known of the place you are about to go to. But one thing is for certain. Your mission is extremely dangerous. I will cancel it if you do not wish to go.
Father, I only need your blessings to make this mission a success. This is the opportunity that I've always waited for.
Son, set the world on fire.
What makes Francis Xavier unique? His readiness and dedication to be sent anywhere for the service of the humanity. His total trust and confidence in God freed him from discouragement in the face of obstacles. His openness to all cultures, customs, and people of different faiths with respect. Francis Xavier in India, 1542. Francis commenced his missionary work in Goa. During the day, he would nurse the sick and comfort the dying. He began learning the local languages. He regularly visited the prisons, where he often counseled the inmates to change their way of life. Francis was well known in the city as the priest, who was called upon by the people of the town for prayers and counseling. He walked around the streets by ringing the bell. Missionary Zeal. From Goa he went to Malacca. On one of his journeys in these islands, he lost his crucifix during a storm, but was found next day attached to a crab which was coming. Missionary Zeal in Japan. From Malacca, Francis Xavier went to Japan on 15 of August 1549. He worked for more than 2 years in Japan, spreading the good news. After establishing a Jesuit community over there, he returned to India in 1552. Francis Xavier began making preparations for his next journey. With the help of a merchant, Diego Pereira, Francis Xavier left Goa and set sail for China on April 17, 1552. Francis Xavier in China. In the early September 1552, He reached the Chinese island of Sichuan, 14 kilometers away from the southern coast of mainland China. Since the entry of foreigners into China was strictly forbidden, Francis looked for someone who could take him to the mainland secretly. While longing to get into mainland of China, Francis Xavier became ill with fever and was confined to the shore of the island. On 28th November, Francis Xavier went into coma but regained consciousness on the 1st of December. Francis Xavier in his last stage. Throughout his waking hours, he prayed constantly until the early morning of December 3rd. On December 3rd, 1552, he breathed his last, leaving behind the rich legacy which we still cherish today. The fire inflamed in Francis Xavier has enkindled many fires. Thank you and happy feast to all.